the Wanderer revealed itself once again. The interstellar wanderer had returned to the silent void, more enigmatic, more radiant, and more profoundly haunting than anything humanity had ever glimpsed in the cosmic sea. It emerged from the blackness not with the clamor of a comet or the bright signature of a planet, but with the subtle grace of an ancient traveler whose presence had gone unnoticed for millennia. The James Webb Space Telescope, humanity's golden sentinel perched at the edge of the solar system, had pivoted its gaze toward the unknown, capturing light that had journeyed across countless stars and centuries to reach its mirrors. And what it revealed defied every expectation: the three-eyed Atlas. A silent wanderer drifting slowly and deliberately through the infinite darkness, as if it moved with intention and awareness, respecting the immense scale and silence of interstellar space. Its three luminous cores glimmered with a quiet intensity, one golden like the first light of creation, one deep sapphire blue reminiscent of a newborn nebula, and one faint crimson, pulsing like the dying embers of a long-extinguished star. Each core pulsed with its own rhythm, yet together they formed a trinity of illumination, an impossible harmony of motion and energy that no natural body could replicate. It drifted in a region so sparsely populated that even the smallest particles of dust seemed to scatter in reverence, leaving its motion uninterrupted, unchallenged, and almost serene in its majesty. Voyager, humanity's oldest interstellar emissary, had long crossed the helipause and was now drifting through the interstellar medium, where particles are so thin that the faintest signals travel unimpeded, carrying secrets through the emptiness of space. For decades, Voyager had listened to the cosmos with instruments sensitive beyond imagination, yet nothing had prepared the team for what they now witnessed. A signal emerged, faint, subtle, almost imperceptible, brushing against the static hum of the void, yet somehow precise, deliberate, unmistakably structured. At first, it seemed like a trick of the instruments, a ghostly echo of cosmic radiation, or a misalignment in Voyager's aging hardware. But the pulses repeated, moving across space with an elegance that suggested control, intent, and intelligence. This was no ordinary celestial body. It was not a wandering asteroid, nor a drifting comet, nor debris from a stellar collision. It was something else entirely. Something that belonged to a category beyond human comprehension, a traveler of the interstellar void with a design so subtle that only instruments like Voyager, positioned at the perfect vantage point, could detect it. The motion of the object was unlike anything previously recorded, not linear, not dictated solely by gravity, but curving, pausing, then continuing as though navigating, as if aware of the immense void and adjusting its path with consideration. Each subtle movement, each pulse of light, whispered a story older than the solar system itself, a tale of an interstellar entity that had drifted through eons, far beyond human reach, now brushing the edge of our perception. Mission analysts on Earth watched in awe as they realized that this signal could not have originated from random processes alone. Its narrow frequency, its deliberate modulation, and its controlled movement suggested the presence of structure, perhaps even design, something that had endured, thrived, and remained coherent across billions of kilometers of near-empty space. Natural phenomena in the cosmos are messy. Magnetic storms rage, dust clouds drift, stars pulse unpredictably. But the three-eyed Atlas moved differently. It existed in the silence, yet it shaped that silence into a pattern, a rhythm, a story that only the most attentive observer could begin to interpret. And as the telescope's golden mirrors continued to capture its light, humanity took its first. Voyager's instruments, though battered by decades in space, were now the only witnesses to a phenomenon challenging every assumption about the interstellar medium. The spacecraft's sensors, long past their prime for high-resolution images, still detected the faintest whispers of motion across the black canvas of space. The object's motion was too deliberate for a natural drift, too fluid to be explained by gravity alone. Each subtle deviation, each tiny pause, hinted at awareness or a system capable of sensing and reacting. If natural, it belonged to a category humanity had never encountered. If artificial, it suggested engineering so advanced that its creators might have vanished long before humans gazed at the stars. Distance estimates placed the object billions of kilometers away, yet the signal remained clear. Every pulse and subtle oscillation suggested control, an intelligence embedded in motion itself. It seemed conscious in the way it moved, deliberate, never rushing, never drifting aimlessly. Observers on Earth began to consider possibilities once relegated to speculation: interstellar artifacts, relics of civilizations long vanished, probes of unknown origin. Voyager detected a second anomaly, a stationary signal, faint, precise, almost unnervingly stable. Unlike the mobile object, this signal pulsed with a rhythm rivaling atomic clocks. It remained fixed, subtly adjusting with Voyager's movement, suggesting environmental sensitivity. Together, the moving and stationary signals hinted at a network or system operating across the interstellar expanse. The mobile object might have been scanning, exploring, or communicating, while the stationary source served as an anchor or node within a larger cosmic architecture. Analysis revealed further complexity. The moving object's pulses grew slightly faster as Voyager drifted deeper into space. The team debated whether this was a response to electromagnetic conditions, Voyager's position, or evidence of a self-regulating mechanism. If engineered, the objects could be remnants of a civilization with knowledge and endurance far beyond humanity. Perhaps they were designed to survive millennia, drifting across stars, observing the galaxy silently. Even if natural, the phenomenon was astonishing, suggesting interstellar space harbored structures and mechanisms beyond comprehension, operating with precision unseen until now. Voyager, drifting silently, had become the first observer of this hidden layer of the cosmos, a witness to movement, rhythm, and purpose invisible to human instruments. Months of analysis traced both anomalies in 3 dimensions, revealing a convergence at a distant coordinate deep in the galaxy. No stars, nebulae, or gravitational anomalies existed there. It was empty space, yet it seemed a central point, a hub or focus for the motions and signals of these extraordinary phenomena. The implications were staggering. If artificial, the objects hinted at civilizations long vanished, leaving only relics drifting in the void. If natural, they suggested a cosmos far more intricate, alive with subtle structures and patterns. Voyager had glimpsed a hidden architecture, revealing the universe as neither silent, empty, nor chaotic. The encounter reshaped humanity's approach to exploration. Searching for life or intelligence was no longer limited to exoplanets or radio signals. The interstellar medium itself could harbor relics, signals, and structures of ancient civilizations. The moving and stationary objects represented a new frontier, a silent testament to complexity, ingenuity, and hidden wonders. Every faint pulse and subtle shift in motion told a story of endurance and hidden purpose. Voyager, once humanity's lonely message in a bottle, had become a bridge to a cosmic narrative older and stranger than imagined. The universe, it seemed, was never empty. It was threaded with structures, patterns, and relics, waiting patiently for someone to notice. Voyager remained the first human-made observer to witness this silent symphony, listening to the whispers of a galaxy that had long kept its secrets. As the signals continued, researchers realized they had glimpsed only the beginning. The darkness between the stars shimmered with motion, rhythm, and structure, hinting at a vast, interconnected architecture yet to be explored. Voyager had opened the door, and humanity had taken its first step into a deeper, stranger, and infinitely more